Hey guys, Mindy Browse here with the Integrated Co-op. This is a teacher video for Level Up, week 23, year 1. All right, year 1. All right, we are continuing with Victory on the Walls, the story of Nehemiah and his nephew Bonnie. I just love this book. I know they say that every time. Okay, but you're going to make sure you draw out the important parts. But before you do that, you're going to want to start this project because there's once you get it going, they can just keep doing the work and you can discuss while they're doing the work. All right, so they're going to do a Jerusalem skyline starry night. I know Van Gogh was not ancient, but there's a scene where he is just our main character is overcome by the sky on the Jerusalem skyline, and I just thought that was worth remembering and drawing out. And I think Van Gogh is the Starry Night is one of the best ways to do it. So you'll have a link to a video where I have done this as a project before, but, well, not the Jerusalem part, but the Starry Night, with Q-tips and vegetable oil. Now, what I learned about this, though, as I was doing this, I needed a lot more of the oil pastels on here than I did with the other project. I think it's because these have dried out a lot. They were not covered in plastic, and now I know why they are. I opened them. That was my bad. Lesson learned. So what I mean is they're going to use the oil pastels to make these lines and parts of it. And then they're going to use a little bit of vegetable oil, but I'm going to show you right here. See, first you see the lines, but now once I do this with the vegetable oil, it almost makes it disappear at times. And that's because it's just really being absorbed well. All right, so it's okay if they do a lot of oil pastel. They're not gonna fully color in the sky. They don't want to do that. You'll see in the instructions to do the dashed lines. And then something that I think I forget to draw out in the first project is make sure they have these swirls in the sky, okay? So get them going on the dash lines for all the different colors, and then using their Q-tips and their vegetable oil, which you will have in these muffin tins, working on that, and then start discussing the book, okay? After they finish their sky, another tip, I have used carbon paper to trace the skyline for the students for each of these. Something that I learned is when they're doing the blue with the Q-tip, when they get down here, if they do like that, it's going to, the carbon is going to smear and they'll get black. So the best tip I have for you is to do down like that with the blue to tuck it in. And it's okay if they overlap a little bit, just make sure they don't get black onto the sky. Use a new Q-tip, because the very last step will be to trace and then color in the black skyline. But just like earlier, they're going to color some of it, but not like full color. And then they're going to use a Q-tip to smear it and fill it in, okay? There you go. That is your hands-on activity. You will have tablecloths and the vegetable oil and the Q-tips, and you'll have everything. It will be messy, so make sure they wash their hands afterwards, okay? Grammar and composition. Stay on track with your lesson plans and your resources. All right. Then this math tips and trick for this week is multiplying by 15. So what you do is you multiply by 10 and then you half that. All right. All right, here's a piece of paper. Okay, so let's see. Multiplying by 15. So let's say I want to do 20 times 15. Okay. First I do 20 times 10, which is what? 200. And then I take half of that, which is what? 100, and I add it. The answer is 300. Okay. Now I keep getting texts while I'm doing this. It's hilarious. And so, whoops. Hang on, I messed up. There we go. Okay. I get so anxious that I'm going to do it wrong. Okay. So that was right. All right. So let's do it again. Let's say I'm multiplying 18 times 10. Times 15. First step, multiply by 10. 18 times 10 is what? 180. All right, that's definitely something they should know. And if not, I guess we're going to need to add that earlier, maybe. I don't know. And then what's half of 180? 90. So then they add that up. The answer is 270. Okay, so you're going to practice that trip, teach it 3 times, and then they do it on their own. All right, I'll make sure there's nothing else I wanted to tell you about this. In the other video, it'll make sure you don't smear the yellow and the blue by each other to make green. Have fun with it. All right, there you go. Have fun with math games after you teach the tip and trick. All right, have fun with week 23. Thanks, y'all.